Yo, what's good, family? I'm finna cook. This a shout out to Box for Life, D Life Boxing. No, not D Low Boxing. I don't know who you are, but I'm put your name in the title. I saw your video. Your video was trash. You gonna play the recording of Bud Crawford saying that he's good where he at. Now, I got a question. How long should he have to chase the PBC fighters? How long should he chase the top fighters? We keep going over this over and over and over and over and over again. This how I know y'all fanboys. This how I know y'all are fans of men. This how I know y'all couldn't wait to tear down this black man. For some reason, y'all got a problem with Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm not a Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy, but I'm like, God damn. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? The fact that people got to keep going through the same shit, telling you the same shit every time that you don't understand, you don't get. Question. Was Keith Thurman ducking Earl Spence? Okay. Question. What did Mikey Garcia have or do to get a fight with Earl Spence? That's the question. Another question. Did you know that when Terrence Bud Crawford, even before he unified at 140, that he was talking about those guys at 147? Talking about fighting those guys? And they say he ain't did nothing, get a belt. And you know what he did? His first fight at welterweight got a belt. But they ain't had the same energy for Mikey Garcia. Now look on Mikey Garcia and you tell me Mikey Garcia, and people tell me about Terrence Bud Crawford resume. I done broke down Mikey Garcia's resume. Ricky Burns done beat two guys that Mikey Garcia get credit for beating. Ricky Burns beat both of them. And Bud dominated Ricky Burns. Overseas. In the UK. On Ricky Burns' home turf to take his first belt. Mikey ducked Gamboa. Victor Postal's better than anybody on Mikey Garcia's resume. And Bud beat Postal. The same Postal that Danny Garcia ducked at 140. Come on now. Come on now. Well, Mikey Garcia beat Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner? Who was Adrian Broner beat? Paulie Malignaggi? Tell me who Adrian Broner beat. Nobody. So who was Adrian Broner? Smoke and mirrors. So you get credit for beating somebody that ain't never beat nobody? Stop it. Stop it. So Mikey Garcia get the smoke, get the fight instantly. But Bud Crawford got to get a belt. You Terrence Bud Crawford. You pound for pound recognized as the best pound for pound fighter in the world. You've been a champion at 135. Couldn't unify 135 because the other fighters didn't want to fight you. Guys that were around your weight like Adrian Broner tried to bypass you. Lomo didn't want nothing to smoke. When everybody talking about Lomo. So you go to 140. Danny Garcia saw you coming, so he left 140. Danny Garcia never unified at 140. You came and you cleared out 140. Unified. Took them all out, best of the best at 140. But they gonna say, well, you ain't fought nobody. Huh? He ain't fought nobody. Who trying to fight him? He cleared out. He won 30. He was a champion at 35. Came up to 140. Cleared out 140. Now he's at 47. Got a belt his first fight up. And nobody want to fight him. People say, well, he don't want to fight Sean Porter, huh? Sean Porter's the only one talking about their friends and shit. When have you heard Terrence Bud Crawford say, I don't want to fight Sean Porter, he's my friend? Every time Sean Porter's brought up, even when Terrence Bud Crawford, when he came in, he said he wanted to fight, he wanted to unify. He wanted to fight all along. All along. He wanted Keith. He wanted Sean. He wanted Earl. He wanted Danny. All along. Danny Garcia lined that he ain't getting no contract, but but Top Rank offered him $2 million. But he's saying that wasn't enough. Shit, did he make $2 million fighting Earl? But that wasn't enough to fight Bud Crawford though. But people say Bud don't want to fight nobody. Has PBC paid Danny Garcia more than $2 million in any fight? Has PBC paid Danny Garcia more than $2 million in any fight? No. So Bud ain't trying to make that fight. He ain't trying to make that fight. They trying to give him more money than his own company giving him, but somehow that's Bud Crawford's fault. Let's move to Keith Thurman. You say Keith Thurman's ducking Errol Spence. So, but Bud's ducking Keith Thurman. Bud don't want to fight Keith Thurman? Okay, cool. Why you say that? So why you believe Keith Thurman out the blue? The same Keith Thurman. How much did Keith Thurman make against Manny Pacquiao? Some reports say $2 million. Some reports say $8 million. So let's pretend it's $8 million. Let's go with the high. Let's go with the high, $8 million. Let's pretend he made $8 million fighting Manny Pacquiao. Okay, cool. $8 million fighting Manny Pacquiao. Why he need $10 million to fight Terrence Bud Crawford? So you made $8 million fighting a pay-per-view star in Manny Pacquiao, one of the biggest names in boxing, and you want $10 million to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. I know some of y'all gonna say, "Well, he doesn't sell. He's the elite boxer. He should be able to do that." PBC ain't paid Keith Thurman $10 million. If you tell me Keith Thurman was getting paid around $10 million every fight, hey, Top Rank, pay what you weigh. But he not getting $10 million to fight. He never made $10 million, but he want $10 million now. Okay, Sean Porter. Mr. I can knock out Bud Crawford. Mr. Weak Friends 1 minute, Mr. I can knock him out the next minute. That's Sean Porter. What Top Rank say? Here go $1 million. He said, no, that ain't enough. Okay, here go $2 million. No, that ain't enough. Some reports say they went up to 2.5. That still ain't enough. We want 3 or 4 million. Huh? Hold on, pimpin'. Hold on. First, let's do this one again. Another PBC fighter. How much was his highest payday? $2 million versus Errol Spence in a unification. Now, some clowns, yes, I'm gonna call you a clown because you want to talk business, but you don't know the boxing rules. But let's go to the business part. Some clowns want to say, well, Sean got back end money. He got 40% of the pay-per-views. Okay. Now the pay-per-view numbers. I'm glad y'all brought it up. Pay-per-view numbers. Some reports say they did as many as 170,000. So this pay-per-view star, who only did 360,000 with Mikey, when Floyd did 400,000 with Ortiz. Was it Ortiz? I can't forget the guy's name. I'm gonna do one battle. When Floyd and Gotti did only 340,000 pay-per-views, they said Floyd wasn't even a pay-per-view star. That was Floyd Mayweather that went through several weight classes, beating the best of the best, getting several championships in different weight classes. We talking about Errol Spence, who's been in 2 different weight classes. He came down. While everybody goes up, Errol Spence came down, and he only got 2 belts. But at this point in time, he only had 1 belt against Mikey Garcia. So 1 belt, Errol Spence, going against Mikey Garcia. They pay-per-view star. But let me go and get back to Sean Porter. Like I said, PBC never paid Sean Porter over $2 million. And that back-end money, that pay-per-view money they claim, but they don't know what percentage of that pay-per-view money that they get. You know, the networks, they take half up front because they got to pay for the cameraman. They got to pay for the crews. They got to pay for the venue. They got to pay for the crews and all this. Then your promotional company, they got to get their money. Then you got to get paid. Camera crew got to get paid. Security got to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to get paid. Then your manager come in and get their cut. And then you got to pay your cornerman, your trainers, everybody else, sparring partners, all this. And then you finally get yours. So how many cuts of the pie do you have to dole out before you finally get yours? And then when it comes to you, you get your 40% of whatever's left. So we don't know if it's $2. We don't know if it's $200 million. So since we don't know what the value is, we're not going to include it. So Sean Porter made $2 million fighting Errol Spence Jr. But he wants $4 million to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. My bad. $3 to $4 million to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Really? And then he's the WBO #1 ranked contender. He's not the mandatory, as some people will say. He's not. He's not. But if you go to the WBO rules, type in WBO mandatory challenger in Google. Go to Google, type in WBO mandatory challenger. See, I'm going to do something for you that your favorite YouTube channel won't do. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to give you facts because I want you to go back and refute my facts. Come back and tell me why I was wrong. Please tell me why I was wrong. Please. Because I'm not going to come in here with my feelings. I'm going to come in here with the facts. Now, if I get emotional or I let some emotion out, it's because you motherfuckers are going against the facts. So let's get back to it. WBO rules. Section 6. It states that a championship qualifier, can petition the WBO sanctioning body to activate a mandatory challenge. Now, the sanctioning body would approve the mandatory challenge. Or they can deny it. They can approve or deny it. But in order to activate the mandatory, you have to submit paperwork. You got to petition the WBO sanctioning body. That's what it says in the rules. And people want to say, well, they got to have a title eliminator. That's on the WBO. Sean Porter claims he's the mandatory. So who am I going to believe? Sean Porter or some random fan? Sean Porter said he talked to his father. His father said they talked to AH. I mean, his father, Mr. Kenny Porter, said he spoke to AH about activating the mandatory. So Mr. Kenny Porter and AH, who is Mr. Al Heyman, they know about the mandatory, about activating the mandatory. So who should I believe? Them? Al Heyman, who's a boxing promoter, who y'all claim this boxing guru. Kenny Porter, who's a trainer, who was a former fighter, who's a trainer right now. And Sean Porter, who's a current fighter. Who should I believe? Them or you? Them or y'all? Them or the LDDC? Them or some random channel? So Sean Porter turned down his record paying money for him, career high money. Sean Porter turned down career high money. Keith Thurman wants career high money. Danny Garcia turned down career high money to fight Bud Crawford. And to make it worse about Sean Porter refuses to activate the mandatory. And Bud Crawford told him, hey, activate the mandatory. Bud Crawford peep on the internet slang, yo, activate the mandatory, shut the fuck up. You talking all this shit, activate the mandatory. The champion cannot activate the mandatory for the challenger. Cannot. Activate the, you don't want to, you saying 2.5 million is not enough? Activate the mandatory so it can go to purse bid. Do it. That means anybody can get the fight. PBC can buy the fight. Top Rank can buy the fight. ESPN can buy the fight. Thriller can buy the fight. The Zone anybody can buy the fight. Shit, if I had the money, I could buy the fight. That's if I had the money, but I ain't got no bread like that. Not yet. One day we're going to get it. But anyway, back to Sean Porter. So I just showed you. I just detailed out to you that Keith Thurman outpricing himself. Danny Garcia lying about contracts and don't want to fight Bud Crawford. Sean Porter want a career high payday, and he will not activate the mandatory. And we already know what's up with Earl Spence. So how long should Terrence Bud Crawford have to chase these dudes? You are a champion. You recognize as one of the best in the world at what you do. Not best in the division. See, Sean Porter, he recognizes as one of the best in the division. Bud is recognized as one of the best in the world. That's a difference. There's a difference. A huge difference. So you recognize as one of the best in the world. And you chasing dudes? Earl Spence, it's a clip out of Earl Spence right now. Crying about how he a champion and he shouldn't have to chase fighters. And Bud Crawford been doing it for 4 years. You same folks that's running around claiming, well, Spence the boogeyman. He the boogeyman. Nobody want to fight Spence. Nobody want to fight Spence. Really? Really? Nobody want to fight Spence. It's one dude been calling for Spence for 4 years. And since he's tired of calling this dude out, Why am I chasing somebody? Why am I chasing the outcome? Or why am I chasing something when I know when it's not, when I know I can't get it? I could be doing something else. Let me break it down to y'all in terms of where you can understand. Let's say you go out somewhere and you see this bad. You see this youngin', she's bad. She's banging. Banging. This youngin', this mommy, or whatever y'all want to call a female. I'm talking about she banging. 10. Cute in the face, slim in the waist, long hair, pretty eyes, nice lips, nice skin, pretty toes, pretty everything. Nice walk. Talk all soft. Let's say you bump into her. You know what you're going to do? You're going to shoot your shot. You're going to shoot your shot. And let's pretend she works in the same environment. Let's say you all work together. Or you just happen to see her a lot. When you see her, you're going to shoot your shot. You're going to shoot your shot, right? And let's say after you shoot your shot, she say, you know what? Going through something right now, but once I get this squared away, if we bump into each other, we're going to see what's up. Okay. You wait a little bit. Or a little time passed. A couple days, something passed. And you happen to bump into her again. I'm like, oh shit, what's up? What's good? And she say, you know what? Let me give you the number. You got to know, you're like, yes. You know you're going to be like, yes, especially real bad. Real bad. And what you going to do? You're going to call up. What's good? Can I get some time? Or blah, blah, blah. Just trying to get some time. Just trying to get you. I'm trying to get in your presence. For whatever we're going to do. Whether we're going out to eat, whether it's Netflix and chill. You just trying to get her in your space. You understand what I'm saying? But she talk and she say, well, you know, I'd like to, but I get this other. Okay, cool. But you're going to keep calling. You're going to call a couple more times. But how many times you going to call? How many times do she have to blow you off before you stop calling? That's the question. I know some of y'all niggas will call for years. Have a motherfucker phone number. Have a female phone number in your phone for years. She ain't showing no interest, no way, shape, form, or fashion. But just because you got the phone number, you think you got a chance. For years. That's how Earl Spence had Terrence Bud Crawford. He said, go get a belt. Bud had this belt for years. Thinking he was going to get a shot. Thinking he was going to get a shot at Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, or Earl Spence. Thinking he was going to get a shot. And at some points in time, these dudes ain't had no belts. And Bud still had a belt. But yet still, Bud got to ask these dudes if they want to fight. Ain't nobody coming to Bud Crawford like, Bud Crawford, what's up? He got to ask these dudes. They still want to fight. Like, you got to keep asking her, what's good? When can I get some of your time? After a while, you're going to say, you know what? Hey, fuck it. Let me go on. Let me move on to the next one. Is that what you're going to do? So why y'all mad that Bud Crawford said, fuck this dude, I'm finna move on to the next one? Well, he's chasing Manny Pacquiao. Look, like I said, fanboys. You acting like fuck boys. Fuck boys. How are you comparing Earl Spence to Manny Pacquiao? Has Earl Spence won a title in 8 different weight classes? Has Earl Spence won a title in 8 different weight classes? What Hall of Fame fighters has Earl Spence fought? What Hall of Fame fighters has Earl Spence fought? What great fights has Earl Spence been a part of? Don't give me Sean Porter, Earl Spence. It was a good fight. We're not going to say great fight. Because you know what? You're going to say it's a great fight because you think Earl Spence is a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He is a good fighter that barely beat another good fighter. And I wouldn't exactly call Sean Porter a good fighter. I say Sean Porter's probably a little bit above average. Sean Porter's like a B minus. Earl Spence a B. Not a B plus, a B. Sean Porter's a B minus. Earl Spence is a B. So Earl Spence, Sean Porter, that was the great fight? Or was it Mikey Garcia? What was Earl Spence's great fight? When did he become a legend like Manny Pacquiao? Did Errol Spence fight Marco Antonio Barrero? Did Errol Spence fight Marquez? Did Errol Spence fight Eric Morales? Errol Spence fight them dudes. Errol Spence fight Cotto. Errol Spence fight Margarito. Errol Spence fight De La Hoya. No, did he fight those dudes? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Because y'all fuck boys acting like he did. Errol Spence ain't did shit. Just got 2 belts. Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter. Lamont Peterson was on his last legs. He was about to retire. Don't give me no Carlos Ocampo. And you another motherfucker say Chris Algieri, I'm gonna goddamn scream. What the fuck did Chris Algieri do besides beat Provodnikov? What did Chris Algieri do? Not shit. Got his ass beat by Manny Pacquiao. Got his ass beat by Keith Thurman. Got his ass beat by Errol Spence. Got his ass beat by Amir Khan, but Amir Khan was knocked out by Bud Crawford. But we ain't gonna talk about that one. We ain't gonna talk about how Amir Khan got knocked out by Bud Crawford. But Chris Algieri, who was a big name on Errol Spence's resume. A big name on Errol Spence's resume. Won 12 rounds with Spence. Did he go 12 rounds? But Chris Algieri's trash. It don't matter. He's trash. But I'm just saying, why does Bud got to keep chasing? How long he got to keep chasing? This dude, he's not a prospect. He's not a blue chipper. Bud is about to be 34 years old at the end of the year. And now these dudes talking about he should fight Ortiz or Boots Ennis. Why? Why should he fight Ortiz or Boots Ennis? Because if he beats Ortiz or Boots Ennis, what you gonna say? He ain't fought the top guys. He cherry picking. See, that's that bullshit. That's how I know all y'all are fuck boys and fanboys. For real. And don't worry, homie. I'm gonna put your name in the title. Because this is directly to you. Directly to you. Don't you on that motherfucker act like you're a boxing fan when you was a fanboy of Errol Spence. We gonna keep it a buck. I'm not a Bud fan. I'm just these are the facts. Tell me where I lied at. Tell me where I was wrong at. I'm man enough to come back and say, yeah, you know what, bro? You right. I am wrong. I was speaking out of term on that. But everything I laid out was a fact. It was a fact. The PBC fighters want career high paydays, or they got excuses about 60-30, 70-40. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, whatever I decide to give you. Or we friends. It's either we friends, they want career high paydays, or I'm A-side big fish. It's always some bullshit. Always. All of them got an excuse. But since they got the excuses on their side, y'all want to, why y'all blaming Bud? What excuse, what does Crawford said on his side? Why the fight can't be made? Did Bud say he want more money? Oh no, Bob Arum don't want to pay nobody. So Bob Arum supposed to pay them more than the PBC paying them? So Bob Arum supposed to pay him more than PBC paying him? Do you eat crayons? Do you? So the company that you work for, you want an outside company to pay you more than the company you work for pay you. Make that make sense. If the outside company pay you more than the company that you work for pay you, that means you need to fucking move. You need to fucking leave your company. But some motherfuckers, some of y'all just stupid. Some of y'all don't even know the shit. Don't even listen to the shit you saying. The shit you saying don't make no fucking sense. None whatsoever. I got into a discussion with one of you clowns. Dude gonna tell me you taking off a Bud. What? How am I? Bro, I just told you the truth. Everything I said was true. Everything I typed was true. Where did I lie? I just put the facts in. That's it. So if me telling the truth is protecting somebody, then what the fuck are you doing? If you're against this person. If the truth is on this person's side, what the fuck are you doing against that person when the truth is on their side? What are you doing? Y'all mad? And then the crazy thing is, you're mad. Y'all like, it wasn't Spence. It wasn't Earl Spence that said, Bud, let's do a 50-50. It was a reporter. Some random ass reporter said, hey, Bud, what if Spence came and said 50-50? Would you do it? That's a reporter asking the question, not Earl Spence. And Bud said, I don't know. I'm good. I'm straight where I'm at. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. And y'all, he don't want to take 50-50. Did Spence offer him the 50-50? So Earl Spence still ain't offering the 50-50. So if Earl Spence won't offer him 50-50 when Earl Spence had 2 belts, what are you gonna offer Bud Crawford when he get 3? And if you Bud Crawford, you had more belts in your career than Spence has ever had. You won titles in more divisions than Spence had belts. Than Spence has belts. Yes. Titles in 3 different divisions, Spence only got 2 belts. And a motherfucker gonna tell you what you get. And these fuck boys counting your pockets talking about you deserve what you deserve. But don't worry about it, bro. The truth, me and the truth, we got your back. As long as you stand on the path of righteousness and the truth, bro, we got your back. We got your back. Because Earl Spence can't say he cleared out a division. Say what you want about the 140-pound division. Why ain't Danny Garcia cleared out? Danny Garcia was there a long fucking time. Why ain't he cleared out? Why take Bud Crawford to clear it out? Oh. But that's enough of me rambling about how these fuck boys from PBC ducking them and about how these fuck boys still can't see. Let me take that back. We ain't gonna be disrespectful. And how these fanboys, male groupies, still can't see. No. The male groupies do see. The male groupies have seen the bullshit. But the male groupies somehow still blame Bud Crawford because Bud Crawford tired of this shit. You blame Bud Crawford because Bud Crawford is a businessman and he's a real man. Real businessman gonna say, look, let's make it. You bullshit, I can't do it. And they bullshit this dude for 4 years. My bad. 3 years he's been in the welterweight division. 3 years. He's about to be 34. How long do you think this man has left to fight? How long? Dudes like Manny Pacquiao fighting in their 40s, that shit don't happen a lot. Shit around 37, 38, they through. And this dude about to be 34. So he got about 2-3 good years tops. And but y'all still want him to wait. Let's pretend he still waited on Spence. Spence versus Ugas, boom. That's gonna happen what? This year? So Spence ain't gonna fight again until 2022? Okay. You know he gonna have 3 belts. So magically a mandatory gonna pop up. So he gonna have a mandatory, let's say April, May. Okay. So the earliest that he would possibly be able to fight Terrence Bud Crawford would be end of next year. And at that time, Terrence Bud Crawford will be 35 years old. That's if Earl Spence decides to fight him. That's if they come to terms. And if Earl Spence was talking this crazy shit before, making all these demands before, saying he big fish before, and 60-40 wasn't good enough before, what's going to happen when Earl Spence get 3 belts and come back at Terrence Bud Crawford? Earl Spence going to want more than 60-40. And Bud ain't going. He shouldn't go. Because when has Earl Spence been above Terrence Bud Crawford? All you Earl Spence dick riders, when has Earl Spence been a pound for pound or any time better than Terrence Bud Crawford? Don't say Mikey Garcia. Don't say Sean Porter. Stop it. Stop it. Victor Poster will whoop the shit out of Sean Porter. Victor Poster will whoop the shit out of Sean Porter. The Gamboa that y'all talking about, Gamboa, you keep saying Gamboa. Same dude Mikey Garcia ducked. Same dude Lomachenko didn't want to see. This the same dude that Tank Davis just fought. Tank Davis fought an older Gamboa. And Gamboa went 12. Would have finished the fight if he wasn't hurt. Not hurt by a punch. His body just gave out. Would have finished the fight. Bud stopped him. The same Gamboa that Haney went 12 rounds with. Bud stopped him. Bud was bigger. I don't want to hear that shit. Bud stopped him. Earl Spence was bigger than Mikey Garcia. Did Earl stop him? Nope. So just because you're bigger, don't mean you can stop him. Benavidez was bigger than Bud Crawford. What happened? Bud still stopped his ass. So the same Gamboa y'all throwing shit on, Tank Davis got credit for him 10 years later. David Haney got credit for him 10 years later. But Bud Crawford, who knocked him out when he was undefeated. Gamboa was undefeated. Dusty Salido. Mikey Garcia didn't want to see him. Lomachenko didn't want to see him. Bud Crawford was the only one that wanted to see him. Because nobody want to see Bud. Bud like, I can't get a fight, so shit, Gamboa, what's up? And everybody was picking Gamboa. And what Bud do? Stop him. But like I said, we can keep going. I can go on and on. Because you really want to tell the truth about these folks' records, Spence, who is his fault? A broke-eyed Kell Brook. I don't want to hear that shit. Kell Brook was considered one. When was Kell Brook considered one of the best welterweights? I heard a motherfucker say that shit. That shit, I damn near fell out. So beating Sean Porter, who just got the IBF. So beating Sean Porter, who defended the IBF title one time, who lost it in his first defense against Kell Brook. Sean Porter got the IBF belt, and the next fight lost it to Kell Brook. So when Kell Brook beat Sean Porter, Kell Brook automatically became the number one welterweight. Get the fuck out of here. And then Earl Spence fought Kell Brook 9 months after he had a broken eye socket. 9 months. Not 9 years. Not 9 days. I mean, not 9 years. Not a year. 9 months. And then Kell Brook had to be on medical waivers to postpone the fight because he had a broken fucking eye socket. That Kell Brook. That ain't Kell Brook. But then when Kell Brook was fully healed, everybody claiming, Bud Crawford need to fight Kell Brook. Bud don't want to fight Kell. And then when Bud get in the ring, what happened? Lights out. Oh, that was a washed up Kell Brook. See? I was telling Bud not to take that fight. Okay, so Spence got the broke eye Kell Brook. Then Lamont Peterson. Bud Crawford's calling his name. But he gonna say Lamont Peterson don't want to picked up the phone. Answer the call like a warrior. But Bud Crawford called your name before you even signed with Lamont Peterson. But you ain't want Bud Crawford. You took Lamont Peterson. Who did what at 47? What did Lamont Peterson do at 147 pounds at that point? And he was at the end of his career. Okay. It's funny how your favorite box shows want to do this for Earl Spence. Best fight, the best boxing. But I got you though. I ain't got to go to the internet and do it. I can do it from memory because like I said, I like to know what I'm talking about. Then you got Carlos Ocampo. Mean Machine was better than Carlos Ocampo. Amir Khan better than Carlos Ocampo. Benavidez Jr. better than Carlos Ocampo. Jeff Horn better than Carlos Ocampo. All those dudes didn't make it 12 rounds of Bud. All those dudes better than Carlos Ocampo. Kell Brook, when he fought him, was better than Carlos Ocampo. And Lamont Peterson. Okay. Then we have the Mikey Garcia fight. When a lightweight moved up 2 weight classes. A lightweight moved up. Regan Diaz moved up 2 weight classes to fight Lomo. What happened? Lomo stopped him. Kell Brook went up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G. What happened? Triple G stopped him. That's what usually happens when you go up 2 weight classes. Usually what happens. Usually what happens. When a fighter goes up and fights a young fighter in a different weight class, jumps up 2 fighters. That's what happens when a fighter jumps up 2 weight classes to fight someone, to fight one of the top fighters in that weight class. That's usually what happens when you get dusted, unless you're just a great fighter. And Mikey, technically good, but great, no. Mikey didn't want to fight Gamboa once again at 135 and didn't want to fight Lomachenko. You didn't want to fight Lomachenko at 35. You didn't want to fight Gamboa, but you jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Earl Spence. Yeah, but that's when Earl Spence became the star. Mikey Garcia. Then we got Sean Porter Everybody said he's gonna knock Sean Porter out. Sean Porter's trash. He's a bum. Poo poo. You can go back and look at the videos. Everybody, all of y'all said he was poo poo. I was saying it was gonna be a tough fight because Earl there to get hit, and Sean Porter gonna hit him. I said Sean Porter probably could stop him, which I was wrong. He hurt him a couple times. Errol Spence dropped Sean Porter. I had to fight. Sean Porter was winning. No, I had it a draw. Then a knockdown gave it to Errol Spence. That's the only reason why he got it, because the knockdown. The knockdown was the difference. If it was not for the knockdown, I had Sean Porter or a draw. That's how I had it. But back to it. Sean Porter. That's when he became this great welterweight when he fought Sean Porter. He's got 2 belts now. So why won't Keith Thurman this great welterweight when he had 2 belts? Well, he's the number one. Keith Thurman was the number one guy at 147. No. He won this great superstar at welterweight when he got 2 belts. So you mean to tell me a pay-per-view with Mikey Garcia that did only 360,000 buys, and a pay-per-view with Sean Porter that did 170,000? So that's what? 530,000 buys? 530,000 buys. And I don't know how many he did with Danny Garcia. So let's say he did around 800,000 buys in 3 fights. That make you a superstar? What? I thought you had to do $1 million per. I thought you had to do $1 million per to be a superstar. But like I said, Errol Spence's resume's trash. Bud shouldn't have to chase nobody. All you nut riders, all you fanboys, cut it out. But you know what? You ain't got to cut it out. I'm here for it. I can make videos. I can make videos too. Real boxing fans, stand up.